Hey guys, Adam Rose, President and Senior Loan Officer of Western Ohio Mortgage here in Sydney, Ohio. Today is another highly anticipated Mortgage Guide podcast. I actually had a question the other day, why didn't you have to send a podcast out in a while? So it's been a little busy. So anyways, today we're going to kind of dive in a little bit to the AI topic, which is the hot topic everywhere, really. I mean, AI is everywhere. You know, we got Gemini, we got ChatGPT, we got Claude, there's so many things out there that people are using. And, you know, it's just a little bit different because, you know, consumers use it in a different manner in general, right? Than what professionals are going to use it for. You know, everybody's used to seeing the photos that create, you know, through ChatGPT that completely change your face. It's not even you anymore. They make you 30 years younger. You change all this stuff around. People are using it for that. I mean, you know, you see a realtor's photo anymore online. You meet them in person. It's like a totally different ballgame anymore. So it's kind of comical, and you know, people are using it in different for different reasons. You know, some people are using it for a new search engine, how to find people. We were just talking about this the other day, how ChatGPT, you can start searching through who's the best loan officer in the area, where's the best place to get a mortgage, and this data is starting to come across. So users are using it a little bit differently than what us as a professional is using it for. And you know, when people think AI, they think, you know, job replacements and making life easier and turning, you know, medial tasks that take a lot of time typically into a streamlined process now, right? I mean, and then that is happening. But you know, years ago, this talk about AI wasn't really a big thing. We never really thought it would take root the way it did, and it seemed like, you know, once it was available to the general public, it just kind of blew up from there. You know, 5 years ago, things that took hours is just taking minutes now. I mean, there's still a lot of work to be done in the AI sector, but to make it a little bit more streamlined, I mean, even when I play with it, you know, I'm trying to do an ad, and I upload my headshot, and it changes my face totally around. And, you know, my nose is bigger, and my eyes are different color, my hair's all over the place. I don't know. It changes all sorts of stuff. So there's a lot of stuff that still needs to happen. But what I want to talk about is how it's kind of changing the mortgage industry a little bit. And I also love to hear your feedback and see what you think about this. But you know, I'm an old school type of guy where I still do believe that people want to talk to someone. People want to talk to a mortgage professional and talking about the biggest purchase of their life. It's not like you're ordering something from Amazon here and you have the option of sending it back in a couple of days if you don't like it. This is a little different ball game, you know. So what's going on in AI? So what a lot of people don't know is lenders are already using AI, and not in the way that you think, right? Starting to use it for income calculations, document recognition, sorting things in their systems, trying to take some medial tasks and speed up the process a little bit, because the borrowers are more concerned about speed and communication, and they want the empathy, they want the understanding, and they want the intelligence of a live person. That is my opinion. Well, ICE Mortgage Technology did some research and some surveying, and they still found that 65% of people don't mind using chatbots and AI and uploading documents and doing all this fun jazz, but the same 65% also want human interaction, which we totally agree with. AI is not going to replace that human element. AI is not going to change the human element, the human touch when it comes to building relationships with clients, with realtor partners or referral partners, things of that nature. I think that is something where loan officers in the game now are going to set the bar a little bit differently and start separating themselves from the guys that are the desk jockeys that think AI is going to solve all their problems. That's, again, my opinion. So with AI, I mean, you know, let's talk a little bit about what it can do for the mortgage industry, how it can streamline your process. So there's a lot of tech out there right now where it's very borrower forward facing, where if you were to go online, they're using AI to kind of read documents, answer questions, fill out application documents as you're typing throughout the entire process. It is going to use AI to read income and assets. Okay, so there's some cool stuff out there in our world. Income's a very challenging thing. We're in a world where everything is being averaged now. If you missed a day of work and you didn't get full pay for it, and that was 6 months ago, they're going to be asking why. Now we want to average the income. So that's one of the challenging aspects of our industry, and how Fannie and Freddie kind of have changed the game a little bit in the income sector. So AI, there's a lot of tech out there that's reading those, averaging the income on your behalf. The key here is getting the reps and warrants from the investor, or Fannie and Freddie in this case, to ensure that, hey, if I were to use this system and it calculates it for me, can I use it? Are you going to back it? Are you going to take it without a human element? So that some yes, some no. So it's just one of those things that we're constantly using and playing with and trying to perfect. But what it's going to do for the borrower is, let's say you go onto an online application and you're filling all this data out and you upload pay stubs or you connect your payroll provider with the AI request, because there's a lot of other tools out there like that people have been using, like the account checks of the world and Tidal Wave and all these fun things where it'll send you a link and you type in your ADP login information. It pulls your W-2s, your pay stubs, all this fun stuff, and it reads it for us and gives us an income validation. It's the same thing with assets, right? So you're going to be uploading your bank statements, and it's reading through there. Now, where the big pickup for the mortgage industry is on the assets piece as well is reading for your deposits coming from payroll. It's reading if you have any odd deposits, cash deposits, transfers coming back and forth. It's going to be reading for odd or undisclosed debts. Okay, so I talk about this a lot. The Klarnas of the world, the Affirms, the Afterpays, right? Is reading if there are payments going out there, and it gives you all these alerts. The big benefit of AI is going to be able to kind of pre-underwrite a file and tell you, here's what we need to get you a full approval. So it can speed up the process. There's still a lot of human involvement that needs to be there to validate some of this stuff, but a lot of that legwork and processing is going to be eliminated. It's going to speed up that process. It's going to make underwrites just a touch bit easier as reps and warrants come through, as this AI and this new tech is got a longer track record, right? Right now, it's a question mark still. Don't get me wrong, some places are extremely advanced in it, but nonetheless, AI, I still have this uncomfortable feeling about it of getting it perfect, because a lot's going on in this transaction, and so we got to make sure everything's perfect and when we get it delivered to the secondary market. But anyways, that's what it's going to look like for the borrower and speed up our process. But the reason I'm even doing this and talking about this today is I kind of want public opinion to see what you think about. Are you okay with full online applications, no human interaction? Are you okay with just emails, text messages? Are you okay with a chat bot? Like, what are you okay with? When you are buying a house, you're spending $300,000, $500,000, whatever it is, what's your comfort level? And another reason why I wanted to bring this topic up is not because it's just so prevalent today, and it's moving more and more in that direction. But I actually just had a client. They're in contract now. I just disclosed to them. But it was last week. They scheduled an appointment with me. They are relocating from Kansas. And they got new teaching contracts here in Ohio, being a little bit closer to family. And they've met with their bank in Kansas. They've met with some banks here. They tried calling and scheduling. They had a nightmare of a time actually getting answers. I mean, they scheduled an appointment for a bank, and when they showed up, there wasn't actually a mortgage loan officer there. So I don't know what happened there. But anyways, they said they've been doing this for 3 to 4 weeks with 0 answers. Not a big fan of online stuff. They did submit a couple of online applications, never heard back. One they did hear back, but with no answers. So there's no clarity involved. So that begs the question, right? So they themselves wanted the human interaction. They called me, scheduled an appointment for the next day, brought their documents in, got them reviewed. We did a full pre-approval in about 35, 40 minutes after income review and asset review, and they were happy as pie. And so is that you? Or do you feel like you could do it all online, all on yourself? It's a big question. I mean, everything's moving that direction. And that's why you kind of got to be careful with some of the big online lenders out there is you are going to be doing it on your own for the most part. There's a lot of large companies that, what I would say, manufacture loans. All right? It's like a manufacturing process. It sounds like it would work great, but when you have 25 different people touching a file because they're in different departments doing different jobs, the continuity becomes a little bit challenging for that consumer, right? So who are you as a consumer? Do you feel that technology is going to get so advanced that you're never going to talk to anybody or want to talk to someone? Are we all just going to be sitting at home on our couch just typing in everything and buying a $500,000 house without talking to anybody? Are you comfortable with that? I'm just curious what your thoughts are. I mean, that's where a lot of these lenders are headed. They think that there's going to be a lot of cost-cutting measures involved because of AI. Right now, it's extremely expensive until the volume picks up. The market swings a little bit to actually help pay for this and bring down the cost of originating a file. I think eventually the AI will be advanced enough to where it's a lot lighter touches from an underwriting standpoint, from a processing standpoint. But I do believe that loan officers' jobs are secure. That's been some of the big conversations at the tech summits and things like that is are we going to get replaced? Are loan officers going to get replaced? Are processors going to get replaced? Are realtors going to get replaced? Now, I find that hard to believe, right? There are a lot of places out there that have electronic lockbox codes. So like if you get verification for a showing, they send you the code, right? There's things with your phone where you come up to the lockbox and it unlocks for you. There's a lot of interesting things out there. But I still believe we're never going to get replaced. I think our jobs will change. I think everything's going to change. But the knowledge and the human interaction, I think, is going to stay. And that's my opinion. But we'd love to hear your comments, what you think. What's your experience? If you've bought a house, have you done it fully online? Do you like that option? Do you like to talk to someone? Do you like to be able to stop by someone's office and look at them in the eyes and have a discussion? What does that look like for you? Do you like it? Tell me your thoughts, guys. I would love to hear it. So this topic's going to continue on for the next decade as AI and technology continues to advance and change the market and the industry as a whole. I mean, it's changing every market and industry. So would love to hear what you think. So guys, remember, subscribe on YouTube. Check us out on Apple Podcasts and Spotify. And I would love to see your comments, and we'll catch you guys all next week.